What's up, y'all, man? It's the Cocktail 615. It's your boy Trey, man. I am here finally resuming my recording for this season. The coronavirus, the COVID-19 got me all messed up. You know, I had some things planned, but, I put out my relationship series, and I got a lot of feedback from that, you know, when I sent it out via text message or Facebook Messenger or whatever. You know, some of the people have responded in kind to that, and I really appreciate that feedback. But I've got some negative feedback that, you know, I'm not going in enough on some of the reasons why people answer the questions the way that they do. And what I wanted to do was really create a kind of anonymous way of talking about relationships that just answer the questions. You don't have to really tell me why you feel that way, but just answer the questions. And, you know, as you're listening, you should listen to the questions yourself and respond and see how you answer those questions. Because, you know, I've been asked some stupid ass questions in relationships. You know, how do you feel? What are you thinking? Where are we going? All of those kind of ambiguous questions. It's like, bitch, we going to McDonald's, man. Bitch, we going to Popeye. You know, so I don't take kindly to some of those questions, but, you know, that's a part of life with dealing with people. You know, you have to deal with the way that they view relationships in that way. So I just kind of wanted to put that note out there. This is kind of the epilogue right now to that relationship series. I got one of my homeboys here, man. We going to kind of go into some of that. He has volunteered his time to really talk relationships. So, man, tell the people, man, you know, what you got going on, man. Are you a single man, a taken man? What's going on with you?
I am a single man for about 7 or 8 months now.
Okay. And is that by choice? Is that, you know, since you only been single 6 or 7 months, what happened with that? Why are you not single?
Single because the relationship broke down, obviously. But we weren't seeing eye to eye on some things, and after a couple of years of going back and forth with the same issues, you know. Yeah. I mean, everybody ain't for everybody. It don't mean we enemies. It just. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. How old are you? 35. Okay. So you at that point in life where, you know, you can either be a bachelor, you know, playing the field, or preparing yourself to settle down and start a family. And what are your thoughts on that? Like, do you think that there's a woman that is waiting for you now and she's waiting for you to sweep her off her feet, or is that something that you have to really perform at actively to try to find that?
I feel like God has a plan for everybody. Every previous relationship you've been in is setting you up for me, in my opinion, all my previous relationships have set me up to know what I want in life and who I want and what I value. So
okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I didn't plan on doing this, but what we gonna do now, man, I'm gonna have you, that you got a box in front of you, you know what I'm saying? And these are the questions that the people answered during my relationship series. So I want you to pull one and read it out loud, and then we'll talk about it in terms of that question. I was talking to one of my listeners the other day via text, and, you know, I said, the reason why people fail at relationships is because we have this skewed view as how all relationships should be. Meaning, your relationships, your previous relationships dictate your current relationships, and you're talking about two totally different people. You can't expect me to operate via Facebook and social media and text messages and call you how somebody else called you and responded the way that you wanted me to respond, because that's how you think that people should respond. And she sent that message to some other females, and they say that's what's wrong with black love. I'm like, man, people are individuals, and you can't have expectations based off of what you think and how you think people should operate when you don't know how they feel about certain things. All right. So what is your age?
I am 33.
What is your race or nationality?
I am Black African American.
What is your current relationship status?
Ooh, it's all over the place. I identify as divorced but single.
Okay.
And available and not available.
Okay. So just depending on who asks.
It depends on who asks.
Okay. What is your sexual orientation?
I am heterosexual.
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of research on different types of sexuality just to see what's all out there.
Okay.
I haven't engaged in anything extra, but definitely researching.
Are you currently sexually active?
Right now, no.
How many exclusive adult relationships have you had? And we can go from the age of 18.
Who the fuck knows?
No, you know.
I don't.
You should know.
Oh my gosh. From 18 to 33?
Yeah.
Exclusive adult relationships. We'll say about.
No, let's be very specific.
Oh
Not
my
about.
gosh.
Not about. Because we're going to touch back on this later. And so you need to be very specific.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. I will say, because I got to think about it, it's a long age gap.
Yeah. You're my guy. You're my king.
I'll say 5.
5.
I'll say 5.
5 adult exclusive relationships.
Adult
okay.
exclusive relationships.
And so you have been married.
Yes.
Do you have any children?
I have one.
One child.
One child.
Okay.
You know, it's funny. I went on a bachelor trip. I won't say where because it give out.
Right. Give out
I went on a bachelor party trip.
Yeah.
And I talked to 2 of my male friends, both of them married, and they were grilling me about the whole cheating thing. They don't cheat, yada yada yada. They married. They would never. That same day, bruh, we met some chicks, and it just went down. And you would have thought they were like losing their virginity all over. Bruh, it's just like, bruh, y'all don't sit here and grill me 3 hours ago about how faithful you is.
Right.
Yada. Then you just in here pile driving.
Yeah. And I mean, do you think that opportunity presents itself in a way that, you know, if you have the opportunity to do something like that most people will succumb to the opportunity? Or do you think it's more so an individual thing, like that if you're not happy, if you're not being satisfied in that way, that yes, you're going to succumb? Or do you think that most people will succumb to an opportunity that's presented? Ooh, excuse me, the cocktail.
Good question. I mean, I feel like people use that as an excuse.
That's good.
Yeah, as an excuse to step out on their marriage or whatever. They use I'm not happy, or the sex is boring, or whatever they need to do, because they still got some things that they want to do. They just don't know how to communicate that to their wife because they think, or their significant other, because they think the relationship might be over. So,
man, I want you to lick my booty and then and then spit in that motherfucker. Like, how do you say that to your wife? You know what I'm saying? How do you?
I think you should get a box like you got here and write down the questions and the things you like, and
y'all talk it out.
Talk it out, yeah.
Shit.
I mean, like I said, if I said you got married your best friend, y'all should be able to talk about anything.
Yeah.
If you can't talk about anything, then
that ain't the one for you, huh?
For me.
Who have you been able to accomplish all of your sexual fantasies?
Jesus.
No.
And you've had 5 relationships that are considered to be exclusive romantic relationships.
Well, exclusive relationships don't have nothing to do with sex or sexual fantasies.
Hell yeah, the fuck they do.
No, they don't.
Listen, boo.
If one of my fantasies is to meet a stranger at a bar, ain't no, baby, let's pretend, let's role play like I'm a stranger. No, I want a real stranger. I want to have sex with somebody in the same room, on the same bed as somebody else having sex with somebody.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's not unattainable.
But if you think about it, like, who would it be?
Who would it be? The person that you would have sex with, or the person that would be having sex while you having sex?
All of it.
Yeah.
It gotta be somebody I feel comfortable with. Because if it's another bitch in the room, I just had a kid. I'm worried about the way my body looks like. Everybody gonna be looking at everybody like.
Okay. Let's say you're married, right?
So I'm married.
You're married.
I'm married.
Your wife comes to you like, hey, I'm open to adding somebody to our sexual experiences.
Okay. What that gonna look like?
What response would you have?
Okay.
Let's just say first she says, she just said general person.
Okay.
Your response would be?
Are we talking about another woman or another man?
And then she says, let's say she says either or.
I would be down for another woman.
Mm-hmm. What if she says another man?
I would say, no, I'm not going to participate in you being with me and another man, and this is my wife. Now, if you want to talk about being in a relationship where you can go do your thing.
So you good with the woman?
Yeah.
But not with the
no.
man. Gotcha.
Absolutely not. Okay. I'm not gonna call one of my homeboys to come help me smash my wife. And then
why you gotta put it down?
No, I'm just being real. Because I mean, who would I call? Who would I call to say, come on, help me?
Okay, let's put this in a scenario.
And then I would not feel comfortable with my wife approaching another man and saying, I need you to come help me or my husband smash me. Like, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. I ain't going with that.
Let's say you go to your best friend house. Y'all been with best friend since 5th grade. 5th grade.
Okay, that sounds like Steve to me.
See, nah, it's true. Somebody else.
Okay. I'm just saying. Okay. A good friend. Okay, we ain't gonna put no names on it.
Don't you think about nobody's wife and then come ready to fight. Let's just say you go over there for a barbecue, just you and your lady,
right?
Him and his lady. The drinks to get going.
Yeah, everybody getting loose. I feel you.
Loose, and then they just say they that couple over there clothes just dropped and they just smash in front of y'all.
Nah, man.
What, you just sit there and watch? What do you do? Do you leave?
Yeah, I watch. I sure enough watch.
You watch. Okay.
If they voyeurs like that and they out here fucking like that, yeah, I'm watching. But I don't think that I'm joining in with my wife that I'm not comfortable with, or we don't have that type of understanding that we gon'.
So what if your wife in that situation? Your wife looks at you like, "What's up?"
Nah. Because if this is my friend, you know what I'm saying? If this is my friend, like I would say, man, I gotta smash your wife first. You know what I'm saying? I gotta tickle that pussy first. Like I would feel some type of way. I would. Like somebody that I knew that is one of my homeboys touching my wife in that way. Like I couldn't. You could not come over to my house with the anticipation of smashing my wife. No, bro. We is not friends after that. It would be no way I could call you and be like, yeah, man, what you doing? Like, no, I know what you're thinking. You thinking I smashed your wife. Like, no, bro. That is not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And, like, I think I would be more prone to having an open relationship where it's like, okay, listen, you can go do your thing. And we can understand each other in that regard. Like if you have relationships that you have with another man, like these are the guidelines. You can't suck his dick. You can't swallow. You can't do none of that. You know, if you want to smash, if you want him to smash, he got to wear a condom, and it got to be at his house. You know what I'm saying? You can't bring nobody over here. You can't bring it into our domain and vice versa. Like, I can't eat no pussy. I can't hit or raw, none of that kind of stuff. Like, cool. I mean, we can have that kind of open relationship where it's like separate.
How do you approach someone that you are attracted to? This is a good one. I think eye contact is important. I think being able to read body language and facial gestures is really important. If you cock at it, you're going to have a little problem with that. But, yeah, smiles are always a good sign.
So, you see somebody that you're attracted to, no matter where you are, you going to approach them?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. So what's the last dude you approached, and how'd you do it? Do you remember?
I do. Slid in them DMs.
Oh, so you a DM. Like, ooh, what would you say?
It was something not
that
even...
me look good?
No, it was something not even relevant to me trying to get on. It was like, the stuff that you post is so stupid, or like, it's so silly. Like, what are you trying to do here? It's like, I'm just trying to make people laugh. I'm like, well...
You succeeded.
Laugh emoji. Or if he got big dick energy, big dick vibes.
Oh, so tell me what that is. Oh, what is a big dick vibe?
Big dick vibe is a nigga who walk around like he just got the longest, biggest dick out here.
Okay.
And it's so intriguing. You want to know, like this. Oh, I know he gonna put it down. He walk like he gonna put it down. He talk like he gonna put it down. I gotta know.
So it's people that actually walk around with this swag, yes. And you can pick it up. So what does that look like? What does that look like?
In my opinion, now he a real little nigga though.
Okay,
look. But the baby, he walk around like he just put it down.
What responsibilities do you take on when dating someone?
Ooh.
That's the question for you.
Okay. I think the responsibilities when you're dating is to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because if you put on airs and you try to be somebody that you're not going to be for the long haul, then you setting yourself up for the kill. But if you are somebody that's, hey, I'm this way, this is how I'm going to be, this is what you're going to get, I think that goes a long way in terms of you being with somebody at the end of the day who is not living up to your expectations or you living up to theirs. So just to be honest, like if you dating somebody else, if you looking at other women or talking to other women, then to be honest, I think that that's a major responsibility. And to be there for them, meaning if we out on a date, if I'm taking you out on a date, then I'm there. I'm not worried about what else I got going on, who else I'm dating. I'm there for you because certain women that I've dated, you can always tell when they got some other shit going on. And for me, that's a turn off. Like if you on your phone and you worried about some other shit, like go do what you gonna do then. You don't have to be here with me. You know what I mean? So I think that is a responsibility that we have when we dating people.
My happiness on a scale of 1 to 10 in my current relationship.
Okay, that's cool. I can deal with that. So how happy are you?
I think right now I'm probably about a 6, 7. So I'm neutral. I'm not 100% happy and I'm not sad. I make my own rules. I do what I want to do. And I don't do what I don't want to do. I haven't had anything fun done in a while, so, oh my gosh.
What is your greatest weakness as a significant other?
I know mine.
Mine used to be, and I caught myself, mine used to be the thing I value most about now, communication. I'm the type that kind of gets quiet before I explode, so I really wasn't communicating or expressing how I felt about certain situations, and then I let things boil on top of each other, and then it all comes out to where 3 months down the road, we arguing, I'm mad as shit about baloney. But I'm really mad about another situation that happened. I didn't communicate that to her.
Do you recognize any drawbacks of monogamous relationships?
Jesus.
Of course.
Okay, and what are those?
A lot of times, what I've seen in monogamous relationships, people aren't honest about what they want. And so they're afraid to have that conversation. And so they go get those side chicks.
Okay.
Back to that. I think another drawback is people become complacent and they just get comfortable with not being satisfied.
So how would you not have a boring sex life with somebody that you wanted to be with? What type of actions would you take and stances would you take in order to make a sex life better?
I think you gotta be honest with each other. A lot of people aren't honest or aren't honest with their true feelings about sex because of probably the fear of being judged, or like for a female say, for example, she want to have a threesome with 2 males. You know, most men are like, man, fuck nah, hell nah, you know, you out of here.
Yeah.
To where, you know, they might be open to the threesome with 2 men or a threesome with 2 women, and the man like, oh, we can only do the 2 women jump. Yeah. So, I mean, just gotta be honest, bro. I mean, if you like fingering your booty, like. So
in your relationships, have you been satisfied in that way, or have you had
fingering the booty? No,
I'm not talking about that. But I mean, have you had moments where it's like, damn, man, I gotta go out and skate around, man, because, man, this shit is not, I know what the fuck's finna happen.
Yeah, definitely. We've been honest, definitely. Yeah. I was just like, this shit's boring. Like, I'm just not doing anything.
And so you think that more so is involved with communication?
Yeah, I mean, because after so many boring experiences, it was like we had that talk, and I was like, bro, this is, like, how can we, you know, get creative with this? How can we spice this up a little bit? And she just wasn't this spice up type of person. She was very bland to that degree. Didn't like toys. And I ain't saying it gotta be nothing extreme, but she ain't like toys. She ain't like, don't like porn. That's fine, perfectly fine. Don't even like pleasing herself. So it's just like, well, how am I supposed to please you?
Right.
If you don't know.
Right. How am I supposed to know if you don't know? Like, I've been there.
What are your feelings on side pieces? Have you ever had a side piece? I think it depends on the relationship.
Have you ever had a side piece?
No.
Never?
No.
Not one time?
Not in a committed relationship, no.
Do you think that would be something that you could get with, though? If you were dating somebody or you were with somebody and they was like, hey, I love you unconditional, but I like to get my dick wet from somebody else from time to time, how would that make you feel?
I don't think anybody would say that to me. I'm just kidding. Anybody can say anything. But I think, I'm 33, I'm an adult, we can have a conversation about it. So the conversation will probably look like, you know, what is it exactly that you're looking for? Are you just looking for sex?
Do you disclose, this is a great question. Do you disclose the number of sexual partners to someone you are dating? Great question. I don't just voluntarily disclose, because if we're just being honest, I stopped counting in college. Like, and not that it's just that many.
Jesus.
Not that it's just that many, but it's just like, I used to tell myself after a certain age, like, why am I keeping numbers? Like, what difference do it make if it's 21, 42? If you want that meat, you know what I'm saying?
You want that meat. But, okay, so let's say you are with the woman that you really dig it, and y'all are in a relationship, right? You have claimed her, she has claimed you, and y'all sitting watching Netflix or whatever, and she asks you, so, you know, how many folks have you had sex with? What you gonna say? What's gonna be your answer? You gonna say, I don't even count no more. You ain't gonna say that shit.
I would say that. I say it's up though. I say I don't really know though, but it's definitely over 50.
Over 50.
It might be over. But you know, I try to give a range and just be like, I've lived life. That's the answer I give. I've lived life.
Yeah. So now, okay. In the reverse, like if the question comes up and the woman was like, man, I done smashed 75 dudes, how that's gonna make you feel?
How old is she?
She's your age. She's 35.
So she's 35, so I'm doing the math. 15 years.
Is that gonna make you look at her a different way?
Well, 15 years, that's like 3 people a year, so 75 is a lot though for a female.
But I mean, how is that not a lot for a man?
You're right. That's a good point.
Is it also the woman that you digging, y'all Netflix and chilling, and she says, yeah, I done smashed 75 people. You number 76, matter of fact.
And you're lie, man. I'm gonna feel a way about it. It's biased as fuck, but that's a lot of numbers for a female. You know, just like you said earlier, it's like women are emotionally attached when it comes to sexual partners.
Yeah.
So you've been emotionally attached to 75 or a good amount of numbers. Yeah, it's just like might be a little crazy.
So is that going
like that?
So is that going to curb the interaction that you had with this female going forward?
I mean, we're just being honest. Yes, definitely.
What is your biggest sexual turnoff?
Oh, Jesus.
Having to tell you what I like multiple times.
Multiple times?
For the people who are listening, I'm a talker. I'm very descriptive. I'm, pretty knowledgeable when it comes to sex. I listen to a lot of different sexual podcasts. I read a lot of books. Like, I am super, super research-based, right?
Okay.
If I tell you what clock to put something, it needs to be put at that o'clock, okay?
Says, what is your favorite physical feature of your own? Feels kind of weird answering this.
Well, okay, just think about if someone, y'all was sitting down to dinner, and you know that awkward phase where you got to find things to talk about, questions to ask. You can only ask so many. Man, so what you watching on TV? What kind of car you drive? What you do for a living? Like, these ambiguous questions, you know what I mean? Like, it's something that somebody wrote down that they feel like that is a valid question to ask someone when trying to get them to notice you or to be with you. So what do you think your best physical feature is?
My best physical feature. I'm just gonna go ahead and I guess my dimples. I have two dimples. Folks seem to
enjoy the dimples. Out, okay, all right.
Have you ever been intimate with someone you did not find attractive?
Jesus.
If so, why? Yeah. I think attraction is different for people.
No, it says, have you ever, okay, let me paraphrase. You ever smashed somebody you thought was ugly?
Ugly?
You wasn't attracted to them?
No, well, that don't mean that I wasn't attracted to their humor or their pockets.
No, you ain't fucking name pockets.
Shit, I could be. Price is right.
Hell no.
Hell yeah.
So does body type matter? I've dated them all. Skinny, big.
So, but I mean, do you have a preference? And if you could go to like build a bitch, you know what I'm saying?
You need to make that an app right now.
Build a bitch.
Build a bitch.
What would that look like? Well, I mean, do you have a specific body type that you're more attracted to than others?
As long as you don't look like you go to Crystals and get the chili cheese
right, you look like a rolled up tube sock. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't have an issue with bigger women or skinnier women, as long as you trying to take some type of shape.
Okay, you an ass man, breast man?
I prefer the breast.
Prefer the breast.
Well,
yeah.
That doesn't mean I prefer big breasts. I just like breast, period.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Body type does matter to me. Now, I will say this. I'm in a group on Instagram with some of my homeboys, man, and they share all the stout-ass chicks, man, with the fat booties and the nice breasts and the nice build. And that's fine to look at, but at the end of the day, man, I like a soft woman. You know what I mean? She has to be proportioned right. You know, she can't be an oddie body, flat ass and big tits or big booty, flat chested. No, you got to be proportioned right. And then you have to know your pluses, and you have to accentuate that. So, you know, for me, man, I just want to see a woman that's well presented. You know what I mean? You don't have to be, you know, no Buffy the body or nothing. But if you not you know, on that scale, then you have to present yourself in a way that you accentuate what you do have. And I think, you know, sexy is a thing anybody can work at, you know, and that's part of it for me.
Piggybacking on what you said.
Okay.
Sexy for me is the confidence. It don't even matter.
True. Facts.
You got darn 80 pounds or 280.
Yeah.
It's just like you said, how you carry yourself. Confidence in yourself.
That go a long way.
That go a long way.
Yeah. Because you could be a little plump around the edges, but if you confident with yours and you confident in how you approach people, and you know you ain't scared to take your shirt off, and you ain't scared to let them titties flop out. You know what I'm saying? then it go a long way.
To me, intimacy is all about connection. So if you replace the word intimacy with connection, how do you define the connection? So the connection between the two of you. Do you feel a connection when y'all kissing? Do you feel a connection when y'all watching TV and you laying in his lap? Do you feel a connection at church together, praising the Lord? Like, in your relationship, the feeling that you have. That, to me, that's the intimacy portion of it. So it doesn't have to be sex.
How would you define the term, in quotes, we are dating, close quotes?
Okay. How would you define that? Because we are dating implies to me that there is nothing solidified in terms of a commitment. You know what I mean? If I'm dating you, you know what I'm saying, I might be dating somebody else. So how would you feel if somebody that you were with and you felt like you were with them told somebody else that y'all were just dating? How would that make you feel?
As long as we had the conversation beforehand,
right?
You know, I'm good. But I think you definitely got to have that conversation with that person to make sure y'all on the same page. Because you never want to be blindsided with you dating such and such just because y'all hung out a couple of times. So,
yeah, man, I think that we are dating is
it's a gray area.
It's very gray. It's very gray.
Because you might think you dating. The other person might think y'all just having a good time.
Right.
What is your greatest strength as a significant other? This is a good one.
That's a great one. Tell me what you think that is.
I'm going to tell you verbatim what my ex-husband told me when we had our 4.5-hour conversation from not talking for like 9 months. Okay. No, longer than 9 months.
Okay.
He said that we didn't work because I loved him too much. I asked him what that meant. He said, you would always do things for me, and I didn't know how to reciprocate them. The house was always clean. You would always cook. I was like, so I was doing all the wifely things that I was supposed to do. Yeah, and it was just too much. I didn't know how to do things back for you.
So the new wave now is letting little girls dance on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook or Instagram and do these little dances, Megan Thee Stallion or whatever. Yep, y'all need to stop that. Cause y'all giving these R. Kelly ass niggas, man, straight ammo. I can just log on to your Facebook, log on to your Instagram, and see underage girls popping that thing on Instagram. Y'all really don't think about that. That some of these pedophiles out here really enjoying all of these little dances you let your little daughters do on Instagram. Come on, man. Y'all think that this shit is cute? So does R. Kelly think it's cute. That's why he trying to get out from the coronavirus out of prison so he can watch your little girl on Instagram. Y'all be careful, man. That right there is one of those things that, it seems harmless. It seems like, oh man, I know all of my Facebook friends, I know all of my Instagram friends, and they not like that. Man, you don't know what them folk like. You don't know what them folk do. So, hey, I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw one of my homegirls' daughter. I'm like, damn, what's really going on over there? Y'all dropping it like it's hot, talking about nasty, dropping it to the floor. No, I'm glad I got a son, because that ain't never going to happen. I don't care what you say. If I have a daughter, she going to hate me because she ain't never going to get to do none of that shit. But, yeah, it's the Cocktail 615. Y'all stay up.